Welcome to Brainwreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show
The best
on the internet. The Woody Harrelson podcast. The
Better
only
than all
recipient.
the rest. Yeah, that's right. Hold up that wood.
YouTube would have won.
Show everybody that wood. That sweet, sweet nectar wood.
Look at my dad wood.
Is that what that is now? You get, is that the official term, dad wood?
Oh, jeez.
Listen, man, that is a prestigious award that you're just throwing all over your fucking studio, man. Come on.
Well, come on now. What am I supposed to do? The COVID's running rampant. I'm 32 now. Things are falling apart. You know, what are we going to do?
I mean, thank God your pets' heads aren't falling off.
Did that happen?
It could happen, man. I mean, it can't not happen.
I mean, I guess that's fair. But like, did that happen to you? How are your kitties?
My kitties are fine, man. They're actually doing a little better. We just got some more pheromones this week, so like they're being a little bit more chill. They're pretty much sleeping through the night, so there's peace on the Western Front. You know,
Midwest.
Western. Western is still west. I mean, Western is like, okay, if I'm here.
So Buffalo's west, the Wild West.
Buffalo is like Western to you.
Correct.
Like that. If you're here, it would be.
And ironically, West
way.
Virginia is just south.
West Virginia. So fuck that noise.
Who named that fucking state?
And fucking hell, if that wasn't a drive
Denver's
that we went
full
through.
of shit.
John Denver. Okay, not even from West Virginia. Not even from Colorado. Where is John Denver from, you think?
Chrissy, what's the math on Johnny D?
Where did John Denver grow up? That's what I want to know. John Denver is from Roswell, New Mexico. Yo, John Denver
is an alien.
Fucking A. John
How
Denver.
How do we know he died in that plane crash? Maybe just got
Can I admit to something?
Sure.
I didn't know he was dead. I didn't know he died.
What?
And you know what's hilarious is I thought Bob Dylan died 40 years ago.
Oh, strike that.
I don't know why, but for like the longest time, I thought Bob Dylan was dead. And then like, I remember it was like a few years ago or something. And then it was like the new Bob Dylan album. I'm like, oh, they must have done one of those post-mortem releases. Yeah, kind of like, you know, or like with Johnny Cash, how they kept releasing all his unreleased stuff. And I'm like, that's cool that like they had all that.
Or just Kiss in general.
Or just Kiss in general, because I mean, what even is Kiss anymore?
It's a guy who's very greedy.
It's
everybody.
Wait, what?
He sues everybody.
Oh, okay.
But we love Kiss.
I'll tell you what. Okay, bring Kiss back up after the show when we're off air, and I'll tell you what I heard. But yeah, like I thought John Denver died in like the 60s or 70s, and then it was like, no, he's still alive, and I was like, well, fuck me. I thought.
You mean Bob Dylan?
Or Bob Dylan, yeah. I thought John Denver's. I mean, which is weird because I haven't heard anything from John Denver in like ever. So
since like the 90s,
since the 90s at least. But he died in a plane crash.
Yeah, in the most ironic twist of fate, if you write a song about leaving on an airplane, and
he wrote a song about leaving on an airplane.
Do you know who John Denver is?
Oh, I'm thinking of Steely Dan. Big old jet. Wow, I mean, I'm thinking of big old jet airliner. That's Steely Dan, right?
No, that's Steve Miller.
No, it's not. Shut the fuck up. Is it really Steve Miller?
I think it's the Steve Miller band, bro.
Who the fuck is Steely Dan?
This is the best show on the internet.
My whole life is a lie. the fuck did Steely Dan do?
Steely Dan?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Isn't Steely Dan the one that Stuck in the Middle with You? Is that Steely Dan?
No, that's Steelers Wheels. Oh my god. Wait.
Anyway. Anywho, John Denver's dead as fuck.
So John Denver died.
And we're in 2020, folks.
I don't know what's happening. Okay.
So I was gonna mention. So, you know, I've been 32 for a little while now.
That's good.
You know, been a couple weeks, 32, and things are weird.
Things falling off yet?
Yeah, well, I mean, we did the big vasectomy.
We did the talk last week. Yes, if you haven't heard
Yep.
it or watched, go back in the archives, youtube.com or Brainwreck Show or Brainwreck. I don't know what the fuck are you?
Hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification.
Brainwreck Show across all social media platforms.
So I had mentioned that I had the vasectomy,
Right,
and I may have overdone it.
you
a little bit.
You overdid it a little bit. Yeah,
Maybe set myself back a little bit.
You were set to be out for 6 months. You tried to come back in 4.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Big mistake.
Can't do
Big
that.
mistake.
Can't do that.
So, we got off last week, and I said, you know, I'm gonna try to take it easy, so that way I can get back on track for the recovery, because I got stuff to do. Previous to actually having the surgery, I was getting into shape. I was losing a lot of weight, that kind of thing. So, like, I wanted to get back in there, so I didn't end up being a goddamn balloon again. So, I said, you know what? Let me just take it easy now, and then it'll pay off in dividends. You know, as well.
Right.
And we also mentioned that of my kettlebell issues.
You were having kettlebell trouble. Yes, you tried to get you needed like a 40-pounder, and then you got a 35-pounder, but then you found like a 40-pounder, if I remember correctly.
Reverse that, but yes, that's essentially the gist of the story.
I pay attention.
He's doing great.
Who is Steely Dan?
So the 45-pound came.
Right.
45-pound was delivered.
Right.
I could not bring the package inside.
Okay.
Because I am not supposed to be lifting anything over 25 pounds.
No.
At the current moment. So I was like, honey, there's a package out there. Could you bring it in for me? And she goes, okay. And she goes, what in the holy hell did you order? And she's like, it weighs a ton. And I'm like, well, maybe 45
like 40,
pounds.
45 pounds at least. At least
and I told her, and she's just like, Jesus Christ. And so I would go to open it, and she goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm opening my package that you brought inside. She goes, you're not allowed to touch that thing.
Okay.
And I'm like, but I gotta check it, you know, because sometimes you get stuff from Amazon.
Right.
It's the wrong size.
You never know.
The wrong color. It's got a chip. You just gotta check. You gotta be sure. So I convinced her to let me unbox it, as it were. And so I unboxed it, and I was like, honey, can you just kind of pull it up, and I'll slide the box, down. But I need someone to lift it up.
Isn't that delicate, really?
Well, I can't lift it, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, I'm not allowed to do anything.
Right. Gotcha.
So she does, and I get it, and I look at it, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. Cool. Just kind of, put it over in the corner. I'll get to it at some point. So I'm hoping that point will be this weekend.
It will have been how long? 2.5 weeks?
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks? Yeah, I think.
But I'm starting to feel a lot better. I ordered a ton more compression shorts. So I got lots of support.
Good. You gotta support the fellas.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I started doing some light stretching.
Oh, and how was that going?
It was okay. Couldn't do any butterflies, but
I don't. Yeah, don't do that.
I couldn't do any butterflies. Downward facing dog was a little
tender.
tough,
Okay.
a little tender, and do a child's pose, as it were.
I don't understand.
It's tough.
I don't understand those terms.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, that's good that you're slowly but
I'm
surely building it up and taking it easy and not rushing through.
Take it easy. Exactly. Yeah. So, it's just for anyone out there, just realize that you don't want to jump the gun on this sort of thing.
No.
You want to keep it holstered.
Mm-hmm.
You want
to keep the safety on.
Keep the safety on. Now, the other thing about turning 32 is I found I'm starting to develop some excitement for things that maybe I shouldn't be so excited about.
I could have sworn you were an affiliate the other day. The way I'm like, is he in a pyramid scheme? Like, what the fuck?
So for people that don't know, as part of buying the compression shorts, I was like, you know what? I don't really have a lot of shorts.
Dude, I need to buy all new clothes.
Dude, I'm telling you, these shorts, we're going to talk about them.
Okay, we'll talk about them.
So anyway, I don't have a lot of shorts, and I think before what I'm about to tell everybody, I owned 3 pairs of shorts, period.
At least every 2 years, I buy a new pair, or buy 3 new pairs of shorts, and just throw the old ones away.
Well, you might not have to anymore.
Oh, okay.
I'm pitching this. So I
Let's go door to door next.
One of my favorite pair out of the 3 shorts was a pair that I found at the Goodwill.
Okay, yeah.
And I found these, and they were a dope color, and I was feeling them, and they're
what's a dope color?
They were like a light blue.
Okay, so like something different from your typical denim blue, or faded denim blue, or acid wash denim blue.
And there's some cargo shorts, and who doesn't like a cargo short? It's comfortable and has lots of utility. You've got options.
So you are pro cargo.
Pro cargo. Now, shorts.
In shorts. Okay, that's fair, because I heard a thing. Because here's the thing, like whenever I try to buy clothes, those clothes don't exist. It doesn't.
Cargo shorts?
No, just like clothes in general. Like whenever I'm like, I need new clothes, I need to go to the store and buy new clothes. Those clothes that I'm looking for don't exist. They're just, it's just anything for me, just not there. Okay. So I forget what it was. It might have been like last summer or the summer before, but I like offhand, it might have been Christy. Like I may have offhandedly like heard something about like something really negative and derogatory about dudes who wear cargo shorts. So for me, I was like, well, that's it. I'm done, I guess. I guess it's not, so I was trying to find more just like, the pleated, below the knee, but like, basic shorts, and nobody had them. And I was like, I'm a man without a country now, I guess. So I just haven't bought shorts in years.
Come back to the dark side.
But then like when I was, one of the last times we had actually gone shopping before, Christy says, don't look at me. But then here you go, Christy. Before all the fucking shit went down, we had gone shopping one day, and I was like, man, I gotta find some new shorts, and I can't really find anything. Christy was like, well, what about all of those? I'm like, those are cargo shorts. And she was like, so? And I was like, but do you mean that I could
have been having this the whole time?
I could have had that all along, but I just didn't know.
I'm a proponent of the cargo short, and then I'm a proponent of the blue jean.
How often though do you put stuff in your cargo pocket? Because all the time. I
literally have a thing in every pocket right now. I'm not even kidding.
I've literally bought and worn cargo shorts like all through college.
She lovingly dressed her Animal Crossing character up like Kevin with cargo shorts.
Yeah, it was kind of funny and adorable. It was so, like, all through college, all through post grad, like I had only had cargo shorts, but like unless I was doing like ring crew or yo, okay, hang on. All right, I'm gonna get to that in a second. But like,
okay.
It's unless I was like doing something like actually like productive or like labor intensive. Like I never, ever use my cargo shorts or use the cargo pockets. Like in like I had the ones where it's like a cargo pocket with a cargo pocket on top of it, so you could like double up and like carry small stuff and big stuff and medium sized stuff. Like I just never used them. So in that regard too, like I felt like, well, this is just wasted opportunity. Why am I buying these? Christy, next segment is what's in Dan's.
Hold on.
Well, hang on. We might need to go there.
I mean, brother, yeah. So get to the pockets.
I have learned. I don't know if this is something you are aware of, but there is sort of an epidemic going on beyond COVID-19. You know.
Oh, is it a pandemic or just an epidemic?
I don't know the difference.
Or is it an academic?
It's I don't know if it's an academic, but they should teach it in schools, man. Did you know that women's pants don't have sufficient pocket space?
I am aware because I have a wife who makes clothes who is very aware that girls' pockets aren't real and purposely inserts pockets into dresses and skirts and things that she makes.
Listen,
because they don't have pockets.
I feel like there's been a lot of shit going on in the world lately.
It's
feel
the
like
biggest injustice.
Well, I mean, hang on.
In the clothes industry.
Okay, sure. You got me there.
Yeah.
I think I would like to make sure that everybody's aware that like on this show we are allies to the topic girl pockets. We are girl pocket allies. That's like Rule 47. We'll establish
we gotta talk about the rules too. We gotta talk about
I think we gotta make some revisions maybe based on recent news. Yes, but to girl pockets, may they be deep and spacious.
And they get hold just as much money as a man's pocket.
I'm gonna throw up. I can't do this. But yes, absolutely. To that.
So anyway, back to these shorts.
Yeah, tell me about your shorts.
So anyway, so I found these shorts at the Goodwill that I love.
Right.
And so I'm like, what are these? Because I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
They're cargo pants made out of parachute-like material that stretch and have mesh pockets. And I'm like, what is this? What is this marvel? And so I find the brand,
right?
And they're called Wear First.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to their website and I find, I had to do some research of tag numbers and stuff to find out which one of the options this one was.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like high quality hiker shorts.
Okay.
For people who hike.
Sure.
And I'm like, I'm not one of those people, but I enjoy these shorts. So I'm looking and I'm like, fuck, man, they're expensive. And expensive to me is like they're $40 a pair.
Oh, that's like pants above $15 a pair is expensive for me.
Yes.
Like I mean, listen, they're pants. I'm gonna run them through the ringer. They're gonna get messed up. They're gonna get dirty. I don't want to spend a lot of money on pants.
Exactly. And that's why the only pants I ever get are for my birthday. I don't never actually buy pants. So it's a beautiful life. But these shorts, I'm like, I need to get me a pair of these. And when I looked on the website, it was a sale.
Oh shit. It's 4th of July week, man.
Not only is there a sale, Well, no, this is before 4th of July week. Okay,
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there was just a sale going on, which knocked them down to about $20 a pair. So I'm like, I can do that. I really like these. They're
reasonable.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I order them. They come. I'm wearing the ones that I ordered now. A nice olive green color currently, and love them. They're great. And I get a notification in the mail. They say leave a photographic review and get a 40% off coupon. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. So I'm like posing in the mirror, trying to get the right angle,
trying to get that ass in there.
Yeah, like, and then I like take like 5 photos and I look and like my dog's licking her asshole like in the background and some shit, and like I'm just like, that's good enough. I'll get
perfect, wonderful, yeah.
So
the laugh.
So I send it in and I get the coupon, and the coupon is literally review 40. And I'm like, motherfucker, like anybody could have
figured that out. Yeah.
Anyone could have figured that out. You just need the Honey app. And so go to honey.com and make sure that you get your not a sponsor. Oh, yes.
Low key, I've got heat with honey.
Oh, you got heat with honey. Oh, is that spicy honey?
It was actually a work related thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, fuck honey. Fuck them. They didn't help me out. They didn't give me the goddamn promo code. So fuck them. Yeah. Anyway, so I go, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Because like these shorts are awesome. Now I have 4 pairs of shorts. So I'm like, oh, this is great. And so I'm just like, this is an opportunity. You gotta jump at opportunities when they present themselves. And then they announce a 4th of July sale. 4th of July sale. Everything is marked down to the 20, basically the $20 a pair.
Right.
Plus the 40% off works with the sale. It works with the sale. I'm getting them for $16 a pair. I ordered 4 more. I'm rolling in the shorts. These are the most comfortable shorts I've ever owned. They're amazing and affordable.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not going to dispute that. I mean, you were putting the hard sell on me or like earlier in the week.
They're rip resistance. Look, I'm tugging.
I bet you are. I mean, truth be told, I do think that like out of the last batch of shorts I owned, I pretty much blew out the asshole on them. So,
well, these are tear resistant.
Well, that's good. And you said they were stretchy too, right?
Yeah, they're like 3% spandex.
Oh, dude, see that is because like I bought my first pair of, I don't want to call them skinny jeans because I don't fuck with that shit. But they were like slim. Well, it was like straight fit, but like mostly slim. But they had like the spandex in them, so like I could actually like pull them up and like button the buttons up, and I was like, wow, these are actually cozy. Like it was like the first pair.
Some of my stretches in these
I was gonna say like I could stretch, I could squat, I could get so low.
Yeah,
it was great, man. Of course, I grew out of them, for reasons, but. I mean, I think that
COVID reasons.
No, man, I'm in Texas. I don't need to wear pants. But I mean, lately I've just transitioned to sweat shorts anyway, so that's where I'm at in life. Okay, so you're putting up the hard sell for these. What was the name of the company?
Wear First.
Wear First, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Use promo code review40 because who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck, really? Oh my god. Okay, yeah. I will give them a look. See, typically I don't like shorts that go beyond 3 specific colors, but I'll see what.
I got a few.
I got a few
colors.
Okay.
Well, it depends on what you want. Like I just ordered the Fire Engine Red shorts, so I'm super pumped. Like. I'm gonna be styling.
I don't even know what I would wear with a Fire Engine Red pair of shorts.
It goes with a lot more than you think. You get a black T-shirt with a little red in there, like you're matching. You're doing great.
I guess. See, like I stick to blue, black, and beige.
It's very basic.
I'm a basic bitch, man. What can I say?
Well, what can you say?
Not much.
So yeah, 32 is a weird place, man. Like, you start caring about shorts. You start caring about, like, some weird shit. All of a sudden, you're just like, you know what? I'm really excited. I'm excited for a deal.
Have you picked up any new hobbies recently?
That's a good question.
Because, like, I feel like that's sort of, like, you know, there's, you turn 32, you start to notice some things different happening with your body. You know, like, there's certain things that you weren't really getting you excited before, maybe getting you excited now.
Going through some changes,
if you know what I mean.
I will say something did happen yesterday.
Oh yeah.
That just made me feel old as fuck. Like it's something I'd been putting off for a very long time, and I didn't have an option now.
What was this?
And okay, so I went to go cut my hair last night.
Oh.
Okay. You know, I'd let it go a little bit longer than I normally do, and you know, I usually get it down pretty.
You usually do the buzz down to skin.
Yeah, buzz
really.
down. Yeah, buzz down, and then my electric razor broke halfway through.
Fuck.
And I didn't have any options. I mean, I wasn't gonna go out and buy one. Going with a Two-Face vibe, going on upstairs. But like,
wear a hat.
I mean, I guess
you're wearing one now.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
But then my wife was just like, "Why don't you just bick it? Why don't you just use a razor?" And I'm like, "That means I've given up."
What do you mean that means you've given up?
Well, you know, you could always just say like, "Oh no, I just buzz it real close." You know, no, it's still there, man. Like, you know, it's but straight razor.
Razor. I beg to differ. I think the buzzing it is like I've given up, or like I don't care enough to put time and effort into this.
So now I've got.
Let me see. Oh shit! Look at that dome.
Ball. And know what the weird thing is?
What's
like,
that?
It completely changed my perception about life.
Do explain.
Because before, like, even when I got it down real close, there's still that barrier. There's still that barrier of hair.
Right.
Between your hair and your skull. But with this, I was feeling around, and I'm just like, oh man, this is it. There's nothing else. Like this. There's like a thin piece of paper between me and my skull.
Are you lotioning it?
What's that?
Are you putting lotion on?
The wife did apply a nice strawberry shortcake lotion to it last night after she was done helping me get the spots that I couldn't see. But yeah, so like I'm just like, man, 32 is a weird place. Like I've letting go and getting excited about things, and it's just strange.
I don't know, man. I feel like going with the straight bick, like that's a journey.
It's a journey.
That is a new lifestyle. I mean, like, anybody can just take a buzzer and buzz the top of their head. I did it like I did it back in April. That was my that was my first quarantine cut. Then later in May, I was like, oh, I could probably like trim down the sides now that it's growing out, and that was a mistake. And like I've just been like letting it grow. I'm like, you know what? Because like I don't know what to do with it anymore. I'm like, because like I've never I realized the other day, like I just don't know how to style hair. Like that's.
I never knew what to do with my hair. I mean, it was so shitty to begin with.
I don't know,
but like, I'm gonna dye it red because I don't know what else to do with it. So,
but then like
that killed the rest of it.
But then like the other thing is like lately I've been noticing a lot of like silver specks showing up.
Oh yeah,
like a lot more than because like before it would be the type of thing where Christy would be like, "Ooh, you got a gray hair," and then I would like go and I would pluck it out. But now I'm like looking at the side of my dome and I'm like, "Ooh, it's like gray hair, silver there."
I get a lot in the beard.
So yeah, I haven't really let this grow out too much because like I can't grow a beard, unfortunately. That's just
a chin strap.
Dude, it is
just a natural douchebag.
Not even kidding. Just straight up natural douche. Like I remember, you want to know, like I grew. Okay, so like the first time, like people don't explain to you these things when you're young.
No, not at all.
And I'm really resentful for that. Like,
he's got a problem with some people.
Because like I remember like being in high school and like starting to get facial hair and like being like, oh, like I could finally like grow a beard and like, oh, I could finally do like a goatee. Like, remember when goatees were a thing, but they technically, but like they really weren't a thing unless you were like a certain person.
A very certain person.
I mean, like, unless you were Stone Cold or Bill Goldberg, like,
right.
Don't do a goatee. So like I would always try to like, but it was always like like just here and then like a little shitty like, and I'd be like, yeah, it's cool. And then I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the chin strap. And then like I grew it all out, and I was like, yeah, it's great, it's wonderful. And then like I look at it like, you know, 10 years later, 15 years later, whatever, right. And I'm just like, who let me do that? And why? Like,
you know, that's how I felt after, that's how I felt after I realized I was fat. You know, like, you know, you live your life and you don't necessarily realize that you've gained a lot of weight. You kind of like,
you just see yourself every day and you're like, this is what's normal.
It takes like a picture, like a wide picture of like a group. And you're like, who the fuck is that? Oh my God, that's me. There's like 2 of me there.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? And I'm like, I was pissed. I was like, what the fuck? Does nobody love me enough to tell me you're a fucking cow? Like, come on, people. You're supposed to be my friends.
Right. I think you look great.
So, I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah. So like, there was that, and then like in college, like I would just try to grow it out, but like what happens is like here gets like very thin, and then it gets like very thick here, and then like very scratchy here, and then my sideburns just it's like very white trash.
Right.
You know,
very Joe Dirt.
So it's like one of those things where like I can go like, you know, maybe 3 weeks without shaving, but like anything beyond that, it starts to look very trashy and very unkempt. So I either have to like stop at 3 weeks and start over, or just power through like a month and a half, and then to like get where I want to go.
Yeah. It was tough. It was an emotional toll on me to do the Bic. So now I'm here. You know, I've been snipped. I've been shaved.
You've been shaved.
And I love shorts. That's what 32's taught me.
Is bicking it something you'll continue to do?
Possibly.
Like
I'll have to figure out. Like, I really had to have the wife help me because like I was nervous.
It's tough.
And I didn't really know what to do, kind of thing. I was kind of like, I don't know what to do with my hands, so I don't know where to put them. And
you gotta like, you know.
Yeah, I know. Shaving cream and stuff. So I was like, if I can figure out a way where I can manage it by myself,
sure,
I'll probably keep it up because I kind of like it, actually.
What you got to do is you got to get one of those like electric razors that got like the 3 disc blades on it.
That's what broke. And mine had 5.
Wonderful. It's tremendous.
And my wife said it looks great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, you're the one that's got to look at me all the time, so that's the one that matters.
It looks good.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So we got some other stuff to get into, to talk about.
Bro, what the fuck has happened in the last week? I don't even remember.
Don't even remember. I mean, I'm sure something happened, and I'm sure the world changed at least 4 times since we talked.
Hey, man.
But at this point, like, it's really interesting because I think probably since my birthday, I've really backed off news intake a lot. Like, it's real, like, and not necessarily by choice either. Just I've had so many things going on.
Yeah, I can see how that can happen.
Like, it's kind of a loss on me. But one piece of news that we got to talk about came out today. 2 things. Jersey Mike's killing it with the support. Killing it. They know what's up. They know the tide's changing.
Jersey Mike's, yeah, you sent me that earlier. Being very supportive of social change, being very supportive of Black Lives Matter movement.
Yes.
Which I thought was an interesting way to go about it. I mean, sure.
So what they did, folks, was they are famous apparently for not only giving you a spicy steak sandwich that you didn't ask for, but check the archives below.
Yeah.
But they apparently are famous for their bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches.
So
to show their support, they decided that they are now going to change the name to the bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich in support of Black Lives Matter.
Cool.
So now instead of a BLT,
it's a BLM.
It's a BLM.
Which, I mean, I guess, like, yeah, like,
this is what happens when no one knows what to do. This is what happens when everybody wants to help, but nobody knows what to do.
I mean, I'm not gonna knock them. Like it's not the type of thing where, like, I mean, hey, you know, that's what they want to do. That's how they want to show their support. Cool. Like, I mean, there's a lot of ways that people can show support, whether it's donating to a cause, whether it's helping out with the community, whether it's changing the name of a menu item, apparently, whether it's just letting your employees voice their opinion and talk about how they feel and push forward with, you know, supporting a cause. So, you know, hey, good on them for taking a stand. You know, and supporting social, you know, issues like this.
Now we got to talk about the bad news. Folks, we've been wrong before. You know, we're not perfect.
We're not perfect.
Maybe we've made some mistakes. But unfortunately, one of the foundations of this show has been completely rocked by some news that broke just the other day. And it turns out we're gonna have to make an amendment right here on this show here tonight.
We're gonna have to make some changes, and unless things come out in the future, sort of, you know, fixing what happened.
And just to be clear, we're not talking about rule number 1. We ain't amending rule number 1.
Rule number 1, we do not fuck with. We do not touch.
Literally.
It stays how it is. And that rule...
Ain't no family fucking on this show.
No family fucking here. We do not condone it. We do not appreciate it. Just stop it.
Please.
No.
Not that rule.
Not that rule.
Rule number 2.
Rule stays, well, was it rule number 2 or rule number 3?
No, rule number 3 became the slogan, so it is rule number 2.
Okay, so it's rule number 2.
Rule number 2. Texas Roadhouse, folks.
Texas Roadhouse is a fine establishment.
Used to be.
What?
You know, I believed in them. I believed in Willie. Be honest with you.
Fucking Willie, man. I wonder how Willie feels about all this.
Check's cleared. So
he's in the clear. He don't care anymore.
Check's cleared. That commercial was probably a decade ago or more.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
Is there breaking news?
There is a Willie Nelson owned Texas Roadhouse in Austin.
Oh no.
I think I may have been to this one.
Yeah, didn't you say you went there?
Well, I mean, it's Texas, so I imagine there's a lot of Texas Roadhouses here.
You would think.
You would think.
Yeah.
But anyways,
think, like Boston markets in Boston.
There's Boston markets everywhere in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't know. So this happened more in your neck of the woods rather than mine. I haven't heard anything like this coming out of Texas. This appeared to be a Syracuse thing. So why don't you go ahead and explain the situation?
So what happened was, folks, I don't know if you know this, but there's a virus out there. And you don't want to get this virus. It's not anything that you want. It's not anything that anyone wants. So they've made a mandate that you have to wear a mask.
Hey, guess what? Wear your masks, okay?
Do it. It's important.
Wear your masks, okay? All you fucking idiots ranting on Twitter about people eating bad food and how it's just as bad as, not wearing your mask, apparently. You go fuck yourself. Wear your mask.
Wear your mask. Anywho. So there was a Texas Roadhouse that did not like the idea of people wearing the Black Lives Matter masks in their establishment, particularly the workers there. And they were told that they cannot do that. And that kind of has been a story at a few places.
There's been a lot of that going on around the country. I know there was a story about a Starbucks, which then Starbucks was very quick to turn that around and capitalize on it. And then there was like an issue with a Taco Bell somewhere. And then I think, there were a few other issues throughout the country with various stores and chain restaurants and stuff like that. But,
So now, Texas Roadhouse has been canceled, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to tell you this. I know you like the rolls. They make a hell of a steak.
Listen.
The rattlesnake bites off the page.
I read a little bit of the story, and the situation was, as you were saying, like there was an employee who was wearing masks, for, listen, there's a fucking pandemic going on, okay? Stay safe. Wear your masks. They had worn a mask promoting Black Lives Matter, which I don't know how many times people need to say this. There is a social issue going on related to that. This is not a political movement. This is not a political issue. This is not. It is. There are people who are being killed unjustly, and like it hasn't stopped. There's more issues coming out. There's more situations coming out. It's something that we need to be aware of. It's something that we need to change. So, listen,
together as a society.
I'm all for people wanting to support that cause. I'm all for people wanting to promote that cause. If I see no issue with this. If you're the type of person who's like, fuck that, guy or girl, whatever, wearing that, like, you're an asshole. Like, go fuck yourself. And like I know that there was a thing about, like the Texas Roadhouse spokesperson came out and said like, well, we don't allow employees to wear masks with writing on them.
Right.
And it's like, okay, understood. However, understand the room. Read the room. Read what's going on in our society right now. Read what's going on in the world right now. What are you doing to show support for your staff? What are you doing to show support for social causes? What are you doing to address these issues and address the concerns? Because believe it or not, whether anybody's really speaking out about it or not, like there are probably people who are concerned, who don't really know, who might be too afraid to speak out. So they do something that's nonverbal. They do something that they think is very low key and very personal to themselves, and they're not trying to cause waves. And then suddenly, nope, you got to go. You can't wear that. And then what I heard or what I was reading was like they had there were protesters that showed up and they did a sit-in for I forget how long it was, and then like the cops were called. Like the manager didn't want to do any conversations with the people organizing the protest, so like the people just sat in for an amount of time. They ordered water, they ordered bread, and then like they tipped the wait staff, which I was like, wow, that's actually like very nice, and I
consider it. Yeah, because they didn't do nothing.
Yeah, because I mean that's the other thing too. It's like you can't really take it. It's the unfortunate thing with a lot of these that I see is it's you get the group of people who are like, oh well, like now like the other employees have to suffer, and why do the businesses have to suffer, and like the other customers have to suffer, and it's like unfortunately like if the people who are up top don't want to communicate properly to the people who are down below, like that's the unfortunate side effect. Like, it sucks, yes, like, but that's what's going to happen. Like, that's why we need to be encouraging conversations. That's why we need to be talking about this stuff more often. That's why we need to be, you know, showing support, or at least giving people the outlet to express their concerns and take that, understand it, and, you know, either put it into action or make sure that they feel reassured that they won't be targeted, that they won't be, you know, put in a position where they feel uncomfortable.
I think he nailed it, folks. I think that's it. I think that's
America.
Graham 2020.
Graham 2020. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna
take the heat, and I'll just golf. So we got to make an amendment.
So we're making an amendment.
Texas Roadhouse, no longer, because we don't get rid of rules.
We don't get rid of rules. So this is like, you know, Rule 2A. Texas Roadhouse was a fine establishment. We're not so sure anymore. It's pretty much a no.
Yeah. Won't be going there anytime soon.
Won't be going there anytime soon. I mean, especially not anytime soon. I mean, I don't want to fucking go anywhere right now.
I mean, it's kind of a bullshit policy, but, you know, what are you gonna do? You know, you gotta take a stand. You gotta take a stand.
Wait, who? What?
Because this is America.
Wait, where are we going with this?
And America is about to celebrate a birthday.
Oh, okay. This is where you're going. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's about to be 4th of July, man. America, 4th of July. USA. Ho.
Yep. So, 4th of July this year is gonna blow.
Dude, everything's gonna blow this year, man. Like, holy fuck.
I don't got much. Okay, I got my wife, got my kids, got my house, dog, cat. I got a roof over my head, little change in my pocket, and I've got this show. The only other thing I look forward to every single year is Joey Chestnut beating those goddamn commies at the hot dog eating contest on America's birthday. All I care about.
Are they still doing? I didn't even think of that. Are they still doing the hot dog eating contest?
No hot dogs.
Really?
No hot dogs.
Oh man, I feel like if they can do cornhole championships, you can do a hot dog eating contest. Well,
you got to think, like, they do it at Coney Island.
So
like, it's a cesspool to begin with.
Well, brother, and then you're telling me I've been there.
There ain't no social distancing. Everybody's waving mustard. It's crazy. It's pandemonium.
I mean, I feel like that's the lack of effort on their part. Well, I mean, shit. Listen, I mean,
it's barely a food.
It is barely. So, I can't. When was the last time I had a hot dog? I don't even know.
When you almost burned your garage down?
No, I've had hot dogs since then. Yes, I almost burned my. I don't even know. You know what's funny is I don't even know what happened to that grill. Like, we were thinking about it not long ago. We were like, we had a lot of stuff at our old apartment that we just we forgot what we did with it. I'm pretty sure we abandoned a lot of stuff, and that's why our old landlord doesn't talk to us anymore.
Okay, well, you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, fuck it.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit of lack of trying. I mean, listen, if Major League Baseball can come back and schedule a fucking, what is it, a 60-game season. I mean,
is that what they're doing?
It's something like that, bro. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day, by the way.
Excuse me?
Don't you know? Wait. Do you not know the story of Bobby Bonilla? Okay.
I know Bobby Bonilla. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Bonilla. Yeah.
Because it's the Mets, and of course I know.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to make sure. I know I stumbled over the word, or the name, but.
Oh, the Mets.
The Mets. Yeah, I feel like they could have still planned it. I feel like they could have still put it together. I mean, they're still doing a lot of stuff. It's not the greatest idea, but you know.
I will say this though. With people being home and with people, you know, looking for stuff to do and stuff like that, the fireworks around here have been out of control.
I'm sure.
Out of control.
Yeah.
People are bored. People are rednecks. They want to blow some shit up.
Central New York is like that.
My dog cannot take it anymore.
Oh, you're going to get that for the next probably through the next month and a half or so.
My dog has developed this anxiety to where, like, she any loud noise, not even a firework anymore,
Right.
she runs and hides. And she tries
Really?
to hide anywhere she can. Problem is we live in the world's tiniest house. And there ain't many hiding places.
Right.
It's like a hiding place for her was like the bathtub. Or
Oh.
like under the kid's bed. She
Right.
tried to get into the bathroom closet the other day. Like we barely fit towels in
Oh my
there. Like
God.
it's not happening. So she's developed that. But on top of that, I think like my dog is also starting to become a prepper.
Like a doomsday prepper?
As much as like a dog can.
Okay.
Yeah, as much as a dog can. Like I think she will not go in or stay in a room where the door's not open. And if she's not in the room, like if I'm in my room and the door's not open, she will come in, open the door, and leave. And if she's in a room, she will nudge it open and then turn around and go right back in and lay down. So she's prepared. She's like, if I got to get out of this motherfucker,
got to know the exits, got to know how to get out. Okay.
Yep, she's got a plan. So COVID's weird, man. Like it's turned my dog into a prepper.
Yeah.
It's turned me into 32.
Like, that's why COVID-19 turned you 32.
Turned me 32. I'm a goddamn full on dad now.
I
have been, but like mentally. And it's a strange time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. So this is actually, we actually just did the math, and Christy has now been here in Austin for a year. I've still got like
a month left, right?
I've got like 2 months left technically. It was like end of August is when I came down.
Right.
So like, we didn't really get much of a summer last year because she was here by herself, and then like, she would, hang out and do stuff around the pool and whatnot. But then like I would, had a lot of stuff going on back in Syracuse. So like I never really got to like enjoy the summer in that sense. So like this was like, yeah, we're going to finally be able to enjoy the summer. We're going to hang out by the pool. We're going to hang out and like do all this other stuff. And it's not going to happen. And it's going to be weird.
Didn't you guys go back a step?
What do you mean?
In Texas getting infested?
Oh yeah, we're fucked. So like we're basically in a position now where it's like we were talking about earlier today. We're like, so what do you want to do over the weekend? I was like, I don't know, like play more Last of Us, like clean out the closet.
Right.
So it's I mean, but we've been trying to make the best of the situation. I think maybe we'll go on a nice long walk somewhere. Who knows? I don't think that
so no 4th of July plans.
I don't believe there will be any fireworks. I don't believe there will be any big events going on. Because as you said, we're now in Texas. We're starting to take a step backwards. Which I know a lot of people aren't happy with.
Too many grandpas died for the economy.
Well, apparently not enough grandfathers died for the economy.
Oh.
Fucking hell. Dude, it's oh my god, I could go on for days about this shit. Like the fucking morons that run this goddamn state.
This country, brother.
Yeah, the country itself too. But like, just Texas, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna shoot a hole in that Coronas. Ain't nobody gonna mess with Texas because we got our guns and we got our senior citizens that are willing to die for the stock market. So all of us upper middle class and wealthy white rich people can be richer and just and like I can't fucking stand it, man. So yeah, we're gonna look for some stuff to do around town as much as we can with being safe. Like I said before, like we've been doing walks, we've been hanging out in the balcony, we've been trying to do more around the apartment just to like get more stuff cleaned up and get more stuff set up. So I mean, we've both got 3-day weekends, so
very nice.
We'll make use of our time. We won't be using the pool because holy shit, I don't think people realize that. Again, I don't think people realize there's a fucking pandemic going on right now.
Right. Well, it was a rude awakening for me.
Oh yeah.
About the pandemic. I was supposed to spend my 4th of July in Florida.
You were. Yes. Mm-hmm. You had a few trips this year planned.
Oh, you don't say. So this would be now the third or fourth vacation. No, fourth vacation.
Fourth vacation this year?
This year canceled.
Fuck.
Fourth vacation this year canceled. We were going to go down. We were going to go visit some friends for the 4th of July. Spend it in Florida. Have a good time. Friends got sick.
Yeah.
No good. You ain't going any. And plus, Florida's a goddamn war zone right now. Disaster. They just fucking mandated masks Monday. Mandated. What the fuck? I don't know what to say anymore. Like, listen, folks, it's real. It's out there. Many people have died. Wear your fucking masks. All right? We're done being nice.
I'm at a point where, like, I don't care.
Rule number 10.
Rule number 10.
If motherfuckers ain't listening, it's time not to be nice no more.
I can agree with that. We should make an amendment to rule number 1, I feel, for the time being. Rule number 1
Whoa.
Hang on. I feel like rule number 1 is wear your mask, but also no family fucking.
This is like a bill that you're trying to sneak in some like abortion shit on. Like that's about like a tax refund.
Oh,
you're like, yeah, let's give everybody a tax refund plus no abortion. Kind of thing. And then like,
okay, so if
trying to do some sneaky shit.
If you want to filibuster, that's okay. You can go ahead and do it.
I'm just saying, rule number, what fucking rule are we on?
Rule
number 8.
8.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't listening.
Wear your mask.
Time
and like,
time
listen, and like, not for nothing, but like the amount of bullshit that I've been seeing over the last week of people who were like, you can't trust the information that's out there. Here's the information that I read as to why masks don't matter. And it's like, you just fucking said. You just fucking said. How do you not get it? You just fucking said that.
Yep. Here's the thing, folks. The mask is not for you. It's not for you. For everybody else. So, if you don't want to be a dickhole, wear your mask. Because you're being an asshole, and you're putting everybody else at risk, just because you don't want to wear one. It's like condoms. Just wear it. You'll regret it. Boy, will you. So please follow us on all social media. Brainwreck Show. Across all platforms.
Yeah,
we're on Twitch.
We're fucking everywhere, man.
We're OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. We've got an account set up with OnlyFans. We don't actually have anything posted yet.
Soon.
We're working on it. We're working
on
it. Fucking what up? What the hell else was there? I don't remember.
You got tears?
I got tears. Wait, is that a thing?
Oh, isn't like OnlyFans tiered? Like,
oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Maybe I'll send you a central 8x10 for everybody who signs up for tier number 1 or something. I don't know.
All right, so make sure you hit that subscribe button below, ring that notification bell, so you never miss an episode of the best show on the internet, the only recipient of the YouTube Wood Award, the Woody Harrelson of podcasts, Brainwreck.
Brainwreck.
So for this week, I've been Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been your show.